I don't know what it is about a Snuggle event that makes me feel like recording videos at the end, but I thought I would talk a little bit about tonight's event for people who are curious about how those things work. So people came in starting a little before 6:30, and when we got to about just a minute or two after 6:30, I tried to start on time. We went around and I had everyone give me a word for how they were feeling. And the words were, we had a frazzled, and we had an anxious, and we had an unsettled, and I forget what all of the words were, but that's pretty typical. People are stressed out, or, I mean, it's the end of Friday, right? For many people, that is the end of their work week, and they're looking to shift gears a little bit, and so that's pretty typical. And then I asked each person if they were feeling more like a puppy or more like a kitten. And so the way I defined those, which I explained, was puppies run up and pounce on everybody, and kittens are a little bit more reserved. So just to give everyone in the room a sense of sort of where the other people in the room were on that. And then I was asked sort of a space setting question. And I often go back and forth between what gives you hope and what are you grateful for? Because I like to get people thinking in sort of a positive mind frame. We know that happiness and gratitude are positively correlated. It is not so much that happy people have more to be grateful for, but that they are more grateful for what they have. So I try to get that sort of mindset activated. And then we go around and I ask people to give several examples. We do this sort of in a round robin of types of touch that would be appropriate for tonight's session that they might be interested in engaging in. So things like holding hands or sitting next to someone or having a hand on an arm or head scritches or back scritches, right? So people come up with some ideas. And then it is often a little bit awkward when we transition from the talking part to, all right, everybody go cuddle. We're not quite that abrupt, but I do like to give people a chance to sort of make their own pace for this. I try not to push anyone into engaging in contact that they don't necessarily want to or they aren't ready for. That seems to work pretty well. And I did have somebody leave shortly after we did the introductory talking as we were starting to move into sort of sitting next to each other. And the person just said they weren't entirely comfortable and didn't think it was their thing. And you know what? Everyone in the room was completely fine with that. Not because we wanted to see them leave, but because it's so important that everybody be comfortable. So during the event, we had some companioning, which is sitting next to somebody, maybe with your arm around their shoulder, some hand holding, some back scritches, and some head scritches. Just sort of a nice variety. We often have someone who doesn't want to engage in any physical contact, except maybe a hug when they come or go. And so they sort of sat on the futon and colored and had conversation. And when I asked people how they were feeling at the end, the answers I got were relaxed and calm. And it is wonderful the types of conversations we get into in these spaces because it is a positive environment, because people feel comfortable. So it's really enjoyable. And if you're looking for a nice, relaxing way to spend a Friday evening, I hope that you will come join us sometime. Thanks for listening.